What's up, fam? It's askpRoy. Welcome back to my channel. As promised, I am coming to you all with the financial information that you all were requesting. I am not an expert here, guys. I am just a person on this earth who does not want to be in debt, and I value staying clear of that, and I want to pass any information that I may have along to you guys to see if you want to adopt some of that into your life and get your net worth up. So the first thing we're doing this year is no spending for 220. So 220 is the amount of days that we cannot spend money. I think actually we did 200, not 220. So 200 instead of 220. We can't buy clothes for 200 days. Okay, it sounds simple, but sometimes you really are like, oh, that's so cute. And we noticed that though we do not spend money on clothes that are full price, and we're also backing away from the fast fashion lane. Fast fashion meaning like whatever's out there that people be doing YouTube videos on and be getting them free clothes. We have decided to back away from that. We don't agree with the ethics. So if you don't agree with the ethic behind it, then we step away from the end product, because if you buy it, you support it, right? So we stopped doing that. But because some of our clothes are fast fashion and things of that nature, we're just wearing it so that okay, we did buy this, so we're gonna wear it, and we're gonna wear it until the threads fall off. Or if we decide that we don't want to wear it anymore, which we've been doing a lot of purging, we do put it into a baggie and take it to the thrift store. Also, when I say we can't buy new clothing, that means that we can't go into a store and just buy new stuff. We have to go, if we really need something, then we'll go to the thrift store and browse there first, actually only there, and see what we can find in the thrift store. If we can't find what we're looking for there, then it's like one of those things where you really don't need it, unless we really do need it. But most of the time you don't really need clothes. You have all the clothes that you need. So we confuse our needs from our wants, and we just are trying to make sure that we divide that and not get confused. We just want to know what we need and stick with what we need. I'm not necessarily doing a minimalistic lifestyle, so I don't want you guys to think that per se, but I do want to kind of streamline some of the things that are in my closet anyway, and just streamline my life too. I don't like a lot of stuff. So that's one thing. The second thing is paying down debts, and that's just a goal for every year. If we have debts, or if we're carrying over debts, or if we know that we're going to incur some type of debt because of purchases that we're going to be making, we try our best to go ahead and eradicate those. Fortunately, my husband and I do not have any student loans, thank the Lord. So it makes it a little easier for us to attack the debts that we want to attack. But I don't know if you all are familiar with Dave Ramsey, but he advocates living a debt-free life. There's some things that he really stresses, such as paying off your debts and attacking them in such a way that it's pretty aggressive out there. Like, you start with the debt that is the smallest, you pay that off the quickest, and then you continue on until all of your debts are paid off. So that's the mentality that we have developed. It's been going on for a long time. This is not something new, but that's how we pay down our debts. We start with our smallest debt first, pay that off aggressively. It shouldn't take long because it's the smallest, and then you attack the next debt, and you just continue to use the monies that you were using towards the first debts and use that money towards the next debts, so you can just pay them off. And you just set a budget for yourself. You know how much your bills are, so it's just good to sit down and make a budget and figure out how much money you can put toward eradicating debts. And because you are aggressively paying off your debts, then it's not going to really leave you room to do a lot of extracurricular. So we planned all of our extracurricular last year so that we could be good for the first half of the year and do some of the things that we wanted without having to spend that extra money. So we're cutting back on eating out. We're cutting back on going to the movies. Anything that requires big money, we're not really spending like that, because, or if, I'm not going to say anything that requires big money, but any extracurricular activity that requires us to pay, we're not really stuck on that right now because we really want to pay off our debts. So we're just taking our time, and I mean, it's really a day-to-day process, you know. You're not going to get it overnight. Some days you'll wake up and be like, you know, I really need to get X, Y, and Z, and it's okay to treat yourself, but you got to know your limits. Like, do you really need it? By adopting this type of behavior, it has really helped us shape our lifestyle in a more positive way. So because we're not eating out as much, we're buying our groceries, we're eating at home. So we're able to prepare healthier meals because we're being conscious about what we're eating. We're actually sitting there and having to prepare it, so we don't want to prepare the BS, you know? So it's helping us stay on track with our fitness. Because we're not always here, there, and everywhere, even though it kind of seems like we are, but we're really not. It really helps with just bringing all your aspects of life together and allowing you to live in the moment and appreciate what you do have and find that gratefulness. Remember, 2016 is the year of gratefulness. So it allows you to really focus on being grateful for what you do have and what you can do, and you don't really have to worry about the money and, you know, worry about what you want versus having your needs covered. And it's just a testament of, you know, God, you are so good, you are so faithful that I'm able to get everything that I need, plus I get to utilize my surplus to not stay in debt. And that's just one of those things that is just a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. So those are pretty much the two things that we are doing. When you start this type of journey, just always make sure that you have a budget in mind. Save what you can, save as much as you can. I will make another video. I feel like this one was kind of rambly, but not really, but I just want to make sure that you all understand that there are two things that we're doing here. We're not shopping for clothes at all, point blank period, for 200 days. And then we're also paying down debts in a snowball of faith. So pay your small debts first, and then once that's all paid off, whatever monies you were paying towards your small debts, you start paying it towards your next debt, and you pay all of that off. And then, because it's going to keep compounding on each other, it's going to be an exponential type of deal, and then you'll be able to pay them off quicker. You won't have to worry about your interest rates going up. You'll be able to pay your principal off versus having to worry about your interest rates and everything. So two things. That's pretty much it. Share some of your financial tips and tidbits down below. A good resource for financial freedom besides Dave Ramsey would be the Finance Bar. Marsha is amazing. She puts out great content. I will have her information down below. Thank you so much for watching, fam, and until next time, peace.